everyone. Welcome to Unstuffing Turkey podcast. Unstuffing the Republic of Turkey one handful at a time. Now, this is a video in which I, go over reports that have been posted in video format on YouTube. And I sort of went through and picked several that I think might be of interest, most likely would be of interest to an American audience. If you have interested in the Republic of Turkey for whatever reason. And I'm going to run through them, and what will be discussed would obviously would be reflected on the title of the video. Let's go ahead and let's go with this. All right. The title is Bakanlık açıkladı. Türk vatandaşı olmanın bedeli $400,000 oldu. The cost of becoming a Turkish citizen, obtaining a Turkish passport, has become $400,000. Now I got to provide you with some sort of context here. In the past, until now, basically, Turkey has completely burned through their hard obtained cash that was sitting in their my God, one of the problems with speaking many languages is that what you want to say hits you at the same time in multiple languages, and then you just open your mouth and nothing comes out because you're indecisive. In their central bank. So basically Turkey was trying to sell as much real estate as possible to willing buyers, and they wanted to sweeten the pot and throw anything they could, including the kitchen sink, to make the notion of purchasing a piece of real estate in Turkey more and more attractive. A more and more attractive proposition. So they threw the citizenship into a Turkish citizenship into the deal. And one of the things that you had to do was purchase real estate at the minimum of $250,000, and that recently has been increased to $400,000. There's a massive increase. Let's go through the segment. Of course, I'm gonna pause and comment where it's needed. I don't know how loud it is to you guys, so just in case, I'm gonna take it down to like 50% because I don't want to lose my headphone using subscribers.
Bambaşka bir tartışma. Konut krizinin etkenlerinden biri Türkiye Cumhuriyeti vatandaşlığı. Anlaşıldığı kadarıyla para arıyoruz. Bir yabancının konut alması için yeterli. Şimdi yeni bir düzenleme yapılıyor. Türkiye Cumhuriyeti vatandaşlığının fiyatı $250,000'dı. $400,000 çıkıyor. Bu fiyata ev alanlar Cumhurbaşkanı
Basically, it's just said what I just said. It was $250,000, and now it has gone up to $400,000, and this was a decision made by the presidency in New York. So it's not, I don't know. This goes back a while, so I don't know if Parliament voted on it or because the president's party is, holding the majority. So Parliament sort of bypassed it. I'm not sure, but it is law. It is on the books. Okay, the only discussion that took place in regards to this took place in a cabinet meeting. It didn't make it to the parliament.
Değerinin $250,000'dan $400,000'a çıkarılması kararlaştırıldı. Salı günü yapılan kabine toplantısında yabancıların Türk vatandaşlığı kazanmasına yönelik düzenleme ele alındı. Türk vatandaşlığına başvuruda şartların değiştirilmesi için düğmeye basıldı. Vatandaşlık başvurusunda alınacak gayrimenkulün değerinin yükseltilmesi planlanıyor. Buna göre Türk vatandaşlığı için gayrimenkul satın almada 250 bin dolar olan başvuru şartı 400 bin dolara yükseltilecek.
$400,000 is
Düzenleme
the
resmi
bare
gazetede.
minimum that you have to purchase in real estate in order to, even have this discussion. So, actually, what they actually want is more than that, a lot more than that. But we'll see what happens, because corruption is. People think Italian government is corrupt and whatnot. They have nothing compared to they don't even hold. Rome doesn't even hold a candle to. Well, I said Rome, but yeah, they don't even. It doesn't even hold a candle to Turkey.
Yayımlanıp yürürlüğe girmesiyle birlikte satın aldıkları gayrimenkulü 3 yıl boyunca satamayacaklarını Çevre
When you buy
Şehircilik ve
the real
Şehircilik
estate,
Bakanlığı'na beyan
you will not be able to sell it for the next 3 years.
edenler Cumhurbaşkanı kararıyla Türk vatandaşlığı
That's the only
kazanabilecek.
stipulation that they decided to, report here. The
Resmi
fact that
gazete-
after purchase, you're not going to be able to sell it for the next 3 years. So that's that. Oh yeah, this is another channel that talks about the same thing. There's no reason to look at these guys. Covered the whole thing. Okay, now I put these videos in a certain succession that's going to make sense and draw a matrix to you, so that when you put all these videos together, you're going to understand what's going on on a daily basis. So that they're not going to be sort of unrelated, where you've got a car accident somewhere, or not that it matters in the sense that why would I even talk about a car accident unless there's something significant to the audience of this particular channel. But I'm just saying it for the sake of argument. Something unrelated here, something unrelated there, just random bunch of videos, and I don't want to just bring them to you. I want to draw a matrix where when put all together in your mind, you can see that how these are all interconnected and where the country is going as a whole, and how this may or may not reflect on you as an individual and to us as Americans and the United States as a whole and our allies. Now this one is about the classifieds ads for real estate. Classifieds ads for real estate. An apartment, all sorts of real estate, like whatever's for sale or rent. It's in Arabic. Yeah, in Turkish newspapers, the real estate ads are in Arabic. Now, if you think about it for a little bit, the Arabic speakers are mostly what? From Arab countries. Overwhelming majority of the Arab countries are oil rich. So they're basically trying to, use a dog whistle to show who their market is, and who are, in another way, who would like their future clients to be. Because Turks are broke. They've been broke for decades. This is, they don't even consider what this looks like in the international arena, in the business world. But they're not multi-vantage point consideration, multi-angle consideration has never been the politicians of Turkey's forte, for lack of a better term. Let's see what is going on.
Krizimizde yabancı etkisi tartışılıyor. Bugünlerde İstanbul'da ev ararken karşınıza sık sık yabancı dilde ilanlar çıkıyor. Ev dövizi iyice değerlenmiş olan yabancıya gidiyor.
Ev sahibinin tercihi yabancılar oldu.
The
İlanlar bir
homeowners
Arapçaya
are
döndü.
looking to
Özellikle
rent
Başakşehir,
or sell
Beylikdüzü
to foreigners. The reason that this is Arabic is because the geographical significance of Turkey. I mean, it's around Mediterranean. So up north you got the Black Sea and then Russia on the other side of it. To west you got Aegean, and the other side of it you got Greece and Bulgaria. To east you got Iran, and to southeast and to the south of Mediterranean you got the Arab-speaking countries. So it's overwhelming majority of the people that would be the foreign buyers or renters of these properties are most likely to be Arab-speaking. So that's why signs are in Arabic. They don't want just Arabic speakers or Arabs, so to speak. They are open to all foreign buyers and renters, but they especially would like, you know, Arabs and or Arab speakers. Look at this.
Esenyurt gibi
Look at
ilçelerde
this price.
evler ağırlıkla Arap müşterilere satılıyor.
Gayrimenkul sektöründe kural belli.
From
Parayı
200.
veren düdüğü
Okay,
çalıyor.
this development right here, which is in Kayashi here, which is translated becomes Rock City, which is it sounds like a great nickname for Motown, but these condos or apartment complexes in these high rises they were $271,000 pop. Now remember what I said in the beginning when I was talking about the cost of purchase of real estate that would get you a Turkish citizenship. It used to be $250,000, and it was priced as such. I mean, the developers, of course, know this, so they're going to cut it as close to the minimum as possible to garner as much purchases as possible. So they're saying that it was $271,000, and you know, it was cut down to $251,500 bucks. So it's most likely it's going to be $250,000. That $1,500 is probably going to be some sort of commission, which $1,500 in Turkey is a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, look. Let's say $1,500 commission, $21,911. I'm sorry, 11 Turkish lira. Now, the minimum wage is 4,250. So, you know, let's say 22,000, right? Clear this. 22. Actually, you know, forget it. Let's go crazy and say that divided by okay. So, in one sale, the commission that you would get from that particular sale actually would equal to someone who's working in minimum wage is income in 5.15 months. So you make two of those, and it's almost a minimum wage earner's yearly income in two sales. That puts things in perspective. I mean, it's. I've always said, Turkey is a fantastic country as long as you're not a Turk. Let me not get in too many. There we go. So I just caught that, but yeah, I'm gonna let the rest of it play out.
Arap müşterilere satılıyor.
Gayrimenkul sektöründe kural belli. Parayı veren düdüğü çalıyor. Önemli
As
olan
the
o paranın
purchasing
kimde
power
olduğu.
in
Türkiye'de
Turkey
konut
has
fiyatları
decreased
hızla artarken
because the
alım
inflation has
gücü
been
de düştü.
rising and rising
Satılan
and rising.
konutlara
The real
yabancılar
estate
talip oldu.
market
Bu
has
durum
been
ev sahibi.
increasing and increasing and increasing their prices, thus making real estate only available to foreign buyers and renters and investors and so forth. So what was already extremely difficult to obtain, which is a home of your own, in Turkey, it's become downright a fantasy.
Sahiplerinin de işine geldi. Evimi kiralayacağım ya da satacağım ama mümkünse yabancı olsun diyen ev sahipleri var mı?
Tabii artıyor. Şu anda
She asked this gentleman
şöyle
that
düşünün.
is
Bir
it
memurun
increasing
artık burada
amongst the
kirayı verme
homeowners to
durumu
rent to
kalmadı.
foreigners, and he's saying
Yani
yeah.
iki memur bir daire kiralıyor
And
artık.
oh yeah, there you go.
Bu-
He's a real estate agent. Right here it says emlakçı. He's a real estate agent, and he's saying that basically two government employees together put their money together to rent one unit. So it's that bad, and we're talking about government employees. So it's bad.
Bundan dolayı daire sahipleri de yabancı olsun istiyor ki
This place,
kirasını zamanından alsın
They
ve
started
yüksek
building this
fiyattan
11
alsın.
years ago.
Kayaşehir'de yerleşim
Now
11
we
yıl
live
önce
in US,
başladı. O
as you
zaman
know,
daha
and
çok dar
11 years
gelirli gruplara konutlar için kollar
unless it's the
sıvanmıştı.
roadworks, which is a completely different thing in the US. When it comes to construction of buildings, in 11 years, the entire US can be rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt over again. In 11 years, they have just built a handful of buildings, which in itself is a whole another topic. But if you're thinking about purchasing, speaking to fellow Americans, if you're thinking about purchasing real estate in Turkey, do it at your own risk, because a government like this or a regime like this has absolutely no problem if it suits its needs to use the buildings that you quote unquote own because you paid for it and there was no mortgage or anything like that, to just pull it right out of under you and declare you the enemy of the state and use whatever use it to whatever their needs are at any given time. So I've seen models like these before elsewhere in the world, and this is nothing new. This is nothing new under the sun. But they have done what I've just said to their own Turkish populations. I mean, we're in further east and southeast. There were some villages. There still are. They're still there. Some villages where their ownership documents were as old as the Turkish Republic itself. The Republic was founded in 1923, and their documents go back that far. So several, not only administrations, but complete government overhauls ago, and every government that came in, every governmental model that came in afterwards, regardless of how many coups that Turkey had, honored those documents, because who's not going to honor it? These are all original documents, and they go all the way back to the founding of the nation. Until this particular regime that said that, those are all federal land, and, you have 30 days, 60 days to go away, and when these people that had these documents that were willed to them from their great-great-great-great-grandfathers till now, that, it was passed down generation from generations, then when they presented these documents, they said, well, we don't recognize them, they're null and void. And the reasoning that they used were the various coups that took place in Turkey, and they said that interrupted the flow of democracy in Turkey. Therefore, it's all null and void, and basically, we don't care that this is yours. It's null and void. You have 30 days to get the hell out. And this is what they're saying to their own people living in villages that they don't have roads yet. What are they going to do with those lands? Well, more and more stuff like this. And all this is going to blow up in their hands. I'm telling you right now. We're about 19 minutes in. I'm going to stop here. As you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more tabs open here. But as far as real estate, this is where this is all that I wanted to cover. Let's see what else they say.
11 yıl sonra ise bugün milyonluk daireler satılıyor. 2011 yılında 250 bin lira değerinde olan bir dairenin bugün fiyatı 2 milyon lirayı buluyor.
Satıştaki müşteri talebi Araplar karşılıyor parasal anlamda. Yani müşterinin istediği fiyatı Araplar
posted has nothing to do with the actual value
peşin veriyorlar. Mesela
of
mal sahibi
the
diyor
unit.
5.000, 6.000, 7.000, 10.000
She said that the units were
adam da veriyor.
Approximately valued at 200,000 are being posted as 2 million right now, and not the developer or the city or any member of the government sets these prices. These prices all set by the homeowners, whether it's a corporation or an actual individual. And the reason it's set to these outlandish prices is because they can get it. They're selling it to the Arab world. They can get the money. That's why they're selling it this high. And a lot of people that are even renting, they're not renting 1 month at a time. The guy rents the condo, but he pays a year in advance, 2 years in advance. So if you're a homeowner in Turkey, these are the stuff that this is equivalent of going to the end of the rainbow, where the myth is that you'll find a pot of gold, and actually finding that pot of gold and the freaking leprechaun. So it's unbelievable.
Peşin yıllık bunu verip alıyor. Bu yüzden de hani şundan eminim, birçok kiralık olan vatandaş ülkesine dönse, yabancı vatandaş, kira fiyatlarının bu kadar yüksek olabileceğini hiç düşünmüyorum.
Yabancıların konut merakının başında gelen sebeplerden biri de vatandaşlık. 250 bin dolar nakit ya da yatırım karşılığında Türkiye Cumhuriyeti vatandaşı olabiliyorlar. Yani Türk lirası karşılığı 3 milyon 600 bin liraya.
Hem konut ihtiyacı yani.
Even if you're trying to run away from the United States, the Turkish citizenship is not going to do anything for you, because we have an extradition agreement with Turkey. So those who commit crimes, don't think that you're going to get away. We're going to get you sooner or later anyway. But there's nothing to be gained by this. There's nothing to be gained by this.
Karşıladığı gibi hem de ekstradan gelir, kira gelir dedin, yapıyor. Döviz karşılığında parası kendini koruyor. O sebepten dolayı da Arapların konut tercihi ve ucuz vatandaşlara ulaşmasının en büyük hedeflerinden birisi bu bölgelerden konut aldılar.
Talepler çok yoğun. Şimdi açık söyleyeyim, şu Ramazan'dan sonra daha açık olacak, daha yoğun olacak. Vatandaşlıkla ilgili, vatandaşlık başvuru yaparken çok kolay, 250 bin dolar biliyorsun zaten. Direkt tahmin olarak 60 gün, 90 gün arasında vatandaşlıkla veriyorlar.
Maliyetler konutun fiyatını tırmandırmaya devam ediyor. Ülkeye dövizle gelen yabancılar bir ev sahibi olurken madalyonun diğer yüzünde İstanbul'da değil ev almak, yüksek kiralarla barınma mücadelesi veriyor.
Leave it. Well, another way of saying it is that a pendulum that swings forth is also going to swing back or swing aft. So let's see what happens when this thing swings back. I want to stop. We're almost at 24 minutes. I want to stop this particular video here, and I'll see you on the next video. Forgotten Country.